Okay, so we've had a lot of discussion last couple weeks about pure progression versus what I call full field defender type read plays. Okay, and so this is one of the most common pure progression plays there is out there, and it's what a lot of people call Y cross. Okay, so it's going to be an element of an out or a flat backside. It's going to be a corner on the backside. It's going to be the cross coming here, and then it's going to be usually a post curl to that side with a flat. Sometimes it can be an in to this side, and it's a pure progression read. So we're going to read it 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Okay, so it is a pure progression type read. Okay, so I talk a lot about things that I like and don't like about it. Okay, one of the first things that I'll say is what I don't like about pure progression, let's just talk this play. One thing I don't like about this particular play when we read it pure progression is that we tell the quarterback to read it low to high. Okay, I'm not a fan of reading very many things low to high, especially when there's a timing element to the deeper throw. Okay, because it's really hard to set to a quick throw and then recover to a timing throw up top. Okay, it's tough to do that. So if I was reading this particular play, and I wouldn't read it pure progression, but I like this play against a cover 2 defense. So if I get a rolled corner down here where I've got a corner and safety help over the top, I love this concept. Okay, this is a cover 2 concept for me. Okay, so I'm going to high-low that corner. What's he going to do? Is he going to go high? Is he going to go low? Can't cover both of them. You can only cover one of them. And I'm going to read it top down because I need to be on time for the corner. So I am going to take my drop, and my timing is going to be set to the corner route. And by doing that, I'm not late to the corner, right? So I'm not reading down and then, oh shit, trying to come back to what's up top and trying to figure it out and be on time. I'm going to be on time to the top one because I know that if I get cover 2 and the top one's not open, why is he not open? He's not open because the corner got depth. Okay? So I don't have to worry about being 100% on time to this particular throw. If I get cover 2 and the one guy out there that can cover that in cover 2 has dropped deep to take away the corner route, if I'm a tick late to the out, I'm still good because I know I'm reading the defender that can take it away. He can't take it away because I watched what he did, so I'm a tick late. What I don't want to do is read underneath and then be a tick late to the corner because this corner has the ability now with the longer throw to stay outside and take away. So he can stay outside and take away this out. And then as I go and I'm hesitating and a little bit late to get the corner out, he sees that and turns his hips and goes back, has a better chance to play that corner route, the longer throw, if I'm late, than he does covering the underneath one when I already confirmed that he's covering the deep throw there, okay? So that's one part that I don't like. I don't like how pure progression basically tells you, okay, it's got to be quick to deep, and then to cross, and then to this, okay? And the other part of it with this is that this is a 7-step drop throw for me, okay? So if I'm throwing a corner route, whatever it is, cover 2 or one-on-one back there, that's a 7-step route, 7-step drop for me with that timing. This route here is also a 7-step timing. So how can I pure progress and read 1 to 2 with 2 being a 7-step drop timing and also get back to number 4 with the same 7-step timing? The answer is you can't. Like, you can't wait for number 2 to get open with that timing and also be on time to number 4 because they happen at the same time. Okay? So that's, one element of it. Okay? Okay, so let's advance here. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, now we're going to see here, this is man coverage, but this is the same structure we would get if we're getting cover 3 here. Okay? We get 3 deep, 4 under. Okay? 3 deep, 4 under. And with that structure, okay, this guy here is covering the flat. So he's covering this guy right here. This corner that's back there is the guy that's covering the corner route. Okay, next comes the cross. Okay, this number 2 right here is in position to cover the cross. And so, again, one of the problems I have with pure progression is we are running everybody to different zones. Okay, and by running guys to different zones, the defense has the ability to cover those different zones. Okay, so now we're going 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got 3 guys, my first 3 reads. They're in position to cover it. Okay, so again, it's man coverage here, but this is what it looks like, right? Okay, he's covered. Okay, now you can say maybe that guy can win, but I'm not a big fan when that guy's sitting outside initially because this is a timing throw, right? This is what I see. I see this corner sitting outside. I don't want to hang there if that guy isn't going to get open, so I'm going to move on to the next guy, the cross. Oh, there's another guy right here. But remember, we're not necessarily reading defenders in pure progression, or a lot of teams don't. They just read, is the guy open? And then I got to get all the way back here to this curl number 4 when I knew ahead of time. I knew right now when we came out, if I got cover 3 right here, I'm Xing that out, I'm Xing that out, and I'm Xing that out. I know they've got the numbers on the backside. So what am I going to do? I am going to come back right now, and I am going to work this curl flat to that side off of the outside linebacker to that side. Okay, it's just the best concept that we have to attack cover 3 defense. So I don't want to have to go 1, 2, 3 to 4. I'm going to say, forget it. I am Xing out 1, 2, and 3, and now I'm basically going 1 to 2 over here off an outside linebacker so I can be on time. So I'm attacking, what I think the weakness of this defense is, and so as a quarterback, right, I can make sure that I'm ahead of the throw. I don't want to be late when a guy comes open. Okay, so Jackson Dart reading to the right. Boom, boom. Now he's coming back, and he's coming back to the left. Okay, is this guy open? Nope, that guy's not open either. All right, now we're going to get to number 4. Okay, and I actually think he actually goes through this fairly quickly right off the bat because I'm sure he X guys off, or this is one of the things that I also see with pure progression is that it really speeds up this guy right here. He knows, he's worried that he's got to get to the backside and try to find whoever might be open on the backside because it doesn't necessarily correlate to defenders that I'm already reading. So sometimes they will speed through reads as well. But he goes through this pretty fast here, in my opinion, because see, he's already back to this side before this guy even makes his break. So he's obviously gone through it fast from the front side. But even with all that, look, he's late, right? He's just throwing the ball now, and this guy is already turned around looking at him. Now, I don't know what this route is here. It's kind of I don't know. You watch it and you tell me if it's supposed to be a curl. Is it supposed to be an in? Either way, not a great route. If it's an in, go. But he could be slowing down because he's like, oh, I don't want to get in there too fast, and the ball's not coming yet, so I'm going to try to settle through there. If it's a curl, get back to the quarterback. Come back to the quarterback. Don't let the defender beat you. Even if the ball is late, you come back to the quarterback. I don't care if you catch this at 5 yards. You keep coming back to the quarterback until the ball gets to you so you can keep that defender back behind you. But the bottom line is the ball's not coming out. Look at the DB. Look at all the time the DB has to drive on this throw because we're late getting there. And on this play, very seldom does a guy get to this guy on time. Even though I told you that to me was my favorite throw and concept on this particular play based on the defense that I saw. And again, not necessarily man-to-man coverage because a lot of guys can win with their runaways against man-to-man coverage. But if I got cover 3, that would have been my favorite throw on this particular play. So the difference between pure progression and full field read is, okay, there's nothing wrong with this concept for me against cover 2. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come out and see this corner. if that corner gets deep and he is responsible for the deep area of the field, I know there's going to be another guy responsible for the out right there, and I can still peek the out because there's still a chance that we win, and this out happens faster than this curl. So I can peek the out just to see if it wins, but I know if the out doesn't win, I am coming right back here to this high-low inside out with the curl to the swing on the backside, okay? On the backside. If I got a quarters covered, so you're just going to have to bear with me here and understand what we have here. So let's say we get a quarters coverage. So this guy right here is not there, okay? He's not there. He's back here playing quarters. This corner is outside playing a deep fourth, okay? So if I get that coverage, okay, now for me as a quarterback, reading it the way that I do, full field, okay, again, I'm off of this corner. I'm not even thinking about that corner unless I get cover two like I told you. That's dead when I got outside leverage with the cornerback out there. That corner is dead. But what I'm going to do now is I've got this out right here, and I've got this cross right here, okay? Who do we have left? We've only got one underneath backer to the weak side. So, again, pure progression says, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay? Full field read and understanding coverage says, oh, corner's off, only one underneath guy. I'm reading that underneath guy. If he stays tucked inside, I'm throwing it to the out. If he goes running to the out, I know there's nobody left to cover that particular cross right there, okay? I could also say on this cross, I believe he's going to hold off the front side Mike defender, okay? So it's the same look front side as we would have here. So now I am going to read curl flat once again, okay? So I could read backside out to cross, or I could go right to the front side and go, I'm going to read curl, deep curl to flat off an outside defender over here, and I'm going to make sure I'm on time and ready to read this, and I'm coming back here and making this my 1-2 read to that side. So that to me is where the difference between pure progression and full field, defender read, coverage read, whatever you want to call it, is I believe it allows me to play faster. I believe it allows me to play smarter. It allows me to understand little keys. And the little keys are what's important to me, right? So the biggest key is on this play, I'm looking to see if this guy is rolled or if that guy's off. That's the first thing, okay? Because once he's off, I don't really like corner routes against off, so now I know I am moving on from that, and that's dead. Once he rolls, now I know I'm staying to that side, and I'm going to read him high-low to that side every time. That's really where it starts. Same is true over here. If I get a corner off to this side, I love curl flat. Against any corner off look, I like curl flat, and I'm going to read this next defender. The first underneath defender there has to be responsible for the flat. So he's going to have flat to curl, flat to hook area of the field. So I know if I get a corner off, I can always read down here if I don't have the look that I want to the top. So I'm speeding through this process. I'm going faster. I'm playing faster off of small little keys, okay? Coverages are more complex is what everybody's saying. Okay, maybe that's true. But the complexion of them doesn't matter if I see what's happening with the corner. If he's rolled, I know what has to happen over the top, and I know what kind of read I'm going to get out there. If he's off, I know what's going to happen underneath him, and I know what kind of read I get there based off of the zones and the number of guys they have to cover. So I'm going to work those directions, play faster, know exactly what I'm looking for, boom, get the ball out of my hands. If I don't have my initial read, I'm going to find my check down wherever my check down is. I'm playing the game faster with small little keys instead of having to get all the way back to number 4 by reading this the same every time. I'm going to make him number 1 at times because it's the best option against the coverage that I see. And those are a few of the things, kind of modern day example that happened yesterday that turns into an interception on more of a pure progression type read versus how I would look at it if I was doing more of a full field type read.